we've got problems here already existing. Why not use this technology to solve for here rather than distant planets? So that's the kind of part I never really get about this. But then it makes me think very intentionally about transhumanism, which is another subject I think you like, because I want to know, is it really a bad idea to augment ourselves with artificial intelligence? Is it not part of evolution, for example? Only it's not biological this time, it's technological. So tell us about, please, for guys who may not be familiar with the term, I'd love to hear how you define transhumanism, and just tell us what thoughts are out there, what people are doing in that space.
Yeah. Just before I carry on with that, just wanted to pick up on what you were saying earlier, about different views on whether it's a sort of singularity in machines or whatever the case is, or going to Mars or fixing things here on Earth. I think that the question is not or, it's got to be and, because that's what it comes down to, sort of opening up that future. So we should be able to do all of those things. We shouldn't have to say this is the future direction that we're going to. And that also points to my sort of views on transhumanism in general. Transhumanism, very loosely, is the sort of ideological sort of construct, this idea that we should, as human beings, use whatever resources we have available to us, be they technological knowledge, biological knowledge, even sort of biometric knowledge, to improve ourselves, our human bodies, to extend life and eradicate suffering. So it's a goal that you can't really disagree with, right? So they want to help us to live long and prosper, as they say, in Star Trek, right? That's exactly what they have. They have the Star Trek vision. So they are techno-utopians, very, very much so. They believe that we can use all these resources available to us to achieve those goals. The criticism of that sort of view ethically is that they tend to skew on the very utilitarian side of things. So utilitarian sort of ethics means the sort of greatest good for the greatest number of people, which tends to preference the group over the individual's choice. I tend to have a bit of an opposite bias. I tend to like individual choice, and collective kindness would be my general point of view there. I don't believe that we should have totalizing views or totalizing visions. And I think that the greater good isn't often all that great or all that good for actual individual human beings like you and I that have got to get up in the morning. But that's just sort of my general sort of ideological bias behind these things. Of course, it could be different for many different people, and for many people, utilitarianism, that whole sort of eradicating suffering at any cost, even that means uploading your mind into a screen and discarding our human bodies altogether, is their life's work and passion that they're pushing towards.